to take Mildred up to D.C. to get married.
You sure about that?
By the power vested in me by the District of Columbia, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
We have Ruth Negga. You play Mildred Loving.
I do.
In Loving.
I do.
Great film. How did you first hear about it? Was it through the documentary or through learning about the part?
Well, it's quite funny now because I've spent so much time with this story. It's like a chicken and egg. I'm not really sure, but I do remember sort of being, you know, I have an interest in history, especially American history, and the racial history of this country because it's so fascinating and complex. And so I was interested in this. I was looking up something about the one drop rule, that ridiculous kind of convoluted thing. That's just ridiculous and very corrosive. And I'd looked up, and then I happened upon Mildred Loving's obituary, which I know that Nancy Bursky, who did the HBO documentary called The Loving Story, that's how she found out about this couple. Mildred Loving died in 2008, and the obituary was quite slim, but contained the mind-boggling fact that she changed herself and Richard changed the Constitution of the United States.
Right.
Just that little small thing.
Small smidgen.
And I thought, am I unique in not knowing about this couple? And I sadly realised and found out that I wasn't. And so I just couldn't believe it. So that was kind of in my orbit.
Right.
And then a couple of years later, Francine Mazer, amazing casting director who really is responsible for me coming into contact with Jeff and Sarah because she put my name forward.
I think that's great that she put your name forward because you did such a great job in this role. It was very believable.
Thank you.
But a question I do have for you, because you did mention your fascination with American history and with racial implicitly. What was it? I know you've said before that you don't like to use the word color blindness, but I think it was color. Was it? It was. Not color blind, but color appreciative. What is? So what do you mean by that? If you can just let us know that.
Well, first of all, when people that term colorblind, it kind of baffles me because I think, well, what's so wrong about my color that you don't want to see it? It's just, it doesn't make sense. And I understand people use it in a way that is, most people use it in a way that they're kind of mean well. But I think, you know, words are powerful. The semantics of that. We need to be more mindful of how we use words because they are quite powerful things, you know. And there's a reason why people didn't want slaves to be able to read and write. You know, words are, you know, they're mightier than the sword. The pen is mightier, you know. But so I think that when you say colorblind, I think that you're saying, you're attaching a negative connotation to color. And I don't really see that, how that helps a conversation. And I love the term color appreciative because it's so formal and elegant.
Right.
But yeah, I just think that we need to be sort of more mindful about how we use our language.
And
I want to put the kitchen right back here.
Richard, stop this. I don't know what you're saying.
I bought it. This whole acre. I'm gonna build you a house. Right here. Our house. Mildred.
Yes?
Would you marry me?
my last question for you is: we hear in the film a lot, you should have been more aware, you should have known better. If you were to
Sure,
give
we all
advice,
should know better.
right? 100 years from now, like as a collective society, what would you want to say that we should have known better about?
I think it's always the same thing. I think that silence is something that we have an option to. We all have a voice. We all do. Even though you think it might not be heard, or it's quite quiet. Don't assume anything. Speak your speech. Bear witness to what's going on. Speak up. Be brave. Because we all have a responsibility to ourselves and each other and our future generations. You know, there is this thing, legacy. We have a legacy, and we are all responsible. And you know, and when you feel a responsibility, you feel like you're a part of this world, and it's a good thing.
Right.
That you feel like you make a difference, and we do. You do. You may not think you do, but you do.
And I really feel that this film will make a huge difference for
I
a
hope
lot
so.
of audiences. Thank you so much.
I hope so. I hope people are proud. You know, America should be super proud of this couple. The world should be. I am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to see you.